Hey guys, and welcome to this YallaMotor review of possibly one of my most favorite and most underestimated cars in the world today, which is the Audi RS7. But this is not any Audi RS7 right next to me. This is the Performance model. The Performance has a few different things up its sleeve. More horsepower, better chassis, stronger chassis, lighter wheels, bigger brakes. The RS7 has been in the Audi fleet quite a while, and astonishingly, it's one of the quickest Audis you can buy today. Just gone. It just goes on and goes. I personally think this is Iron Man's car. And let me start explaining why I think it's Iron Man's car. Is with these rims. These rims, beautifully inched, 21-inch alloys, and the machine cut so well. But let's not forget those massive brake calipers. Look at the size of this and my forearm. It's incredible how big they are. It's nothing less than a spaceship on the road. But the RS7 has been in Audi's fleet for a long time and is known for the German Autobahn just to fly down it at comfortable, relaxing mode and having a top speed. And underneath the hood is a 4-liter V8 that pushes out 621 brake horsepower and 627 Nm of torque. This is 21 more horsepower than the previous model, but because it's being in performance, it's much more lighter, slightly with the wheels and everything, encompassing all that together. It's really fast. It really is. Once you take off, there is actually a takeoff stand. The car does lift off when you do take off. They've embedded the radars into the frame here, so it just looks pretty flush with it. And I like that, I really do appreciate it, because it also looks like police interceptor lights, which you all were thinking as well were there. Now, call me biased, but I think Audi is the king of headlights. They really are. Their technology was all about LED, and that's where they really started. These laser lights are built in, so there is a laser module inside which is powered up. And when you drive at night, it shoots a beam straight, so you can see all the way to the end of the road, while the matrix LED light up everything else. I might have a light fetish, but I'm be honest with you, Audi's lighting system is one of the best out there today. I haven't seen anything better than that. Now, the shape of the RS7 is a Grand Coupe. As you can see how it flows all the way back, but it's a sport back and it gives that feeling so well. What's stunning on the back of the RS7 is this massive tail LED going all the way back here. It's beautiful, and in the night, it looks like Batman's car. Imagine this RS7 in complete blacked out. But what I'm holding right here is not just the boot, it's actually a wing that pops open. So when you cross 100 kilometers an hour, the wing opens up, and that basically means that you're in flight mode, you're ready to take off, and the wings are ready and set for liftoff. Now, the RS7 is a practical supercar. It's because of how big the boot space is. You can actually fit me, I'm 6 foot. I can actually fit in the back here and lay down. Now, the RS7 exhaust system is pretty big. Your hand can really fit inside. It sounds really well. It might be mute for some people, but I think it's right in the perfect place to how it sounds. When you drive behind the car, you do actually look at it like, wow, that's a massive exhaust system. And that's what you want everyone to see as well, especially driving RS. Now, the first thing when you enter the RS7 is how snug you feel, especially these seats. They're so comfortable, they push you in really well. Some people call them uncomfortable. I really think they really are comfortable and they're really nicely well felt. When you hop in the RS7, the steering wheel is right in front of you, and being a performance model, you have this Alcantara steering wheel to make it more sporty. I feel like over time the Alcantara does get a little off, especially if you don't take care of it. It might just become a bit hard and ruin off. So I'd rather prefer a leather steering wheel, but the Alcantara also does feel real sporty and really nice. When you come down to the steering wheel, you come down to the pedals. I wish they were metal, and I felt like the performance model, I wish they had metal steel pedals. Even though they're half plastic and half metal, they're kind of in between that, so I'd give that a pass. When Audi introduced the virtual cockpit, it was something that was kind of getting a different type of views from different sides. But now they've perfected the virtual cockpit, and I really do love it because you have the perfect display of your performance figures, your navigation, your media, and everything controlled. The slick of a button, you can switch between whatever you want to do. And with the virtual cockpit is your MMI system. The MMI has everything you need. So you have your drive select, your RS monitor. When you click on your RS monitor, you do have all the things you need, your brakes, your engine temps, everything else. While accelerating, we pulled 1.1G. That is serious. Coming down to the second screen is all about your AC and controls and your comfort. But what's really special in the R7 is that there's a perfume in the car. So if you go back to the main screen here, go to AC, go to perfume, and a perfume of summer tone will actually come out of the car. I can already smell it already. And it's really well done, Audi. I really like that. I think a few other cars do have this, but this is something that should be standard in every car. Audi's materials are really luxurious whenever you put them all together. They really put everything in the right and perfect way. As you can see, Alcantara roofline and Alcantara here, leather right here. It feels so well. And then you have this nice aluminum finish to the side, and your gear lever engine button, automatically what the RS7 is going to do is going to bring a red beam up here to make sure and check that there's a vehicle there. So if there's a vehicle coming on your left or right, automatically it will flash red, as you can see right now it's done. And that's what it does to protect you. So as I just started the car, it's checking the systems. But when it's actually in progress and it really is working, it will lock the door so you do not open the door and blow the door off and yourself. Hopping in the back, I'm 6 foot, so the headroom is perfect. If I do hit a bump, I'll still have space on my head, and even with my seat all the way nearly to the back, I do have enough legroom for me to sit here. You can slide your feet in the leg on the bottom, and your seat is slightly lifted up to give you that comfort on your back. And if you bring this down here, you have, let's say, a small armrest down here, and opening this up, your cup holder is back out. And you have another extra spot of space here to put your books. If someone is a book reader like me, I'll be sitting in the back reading my book while I'm being chauffeured. But if you're driving an RS7, you don't want to be chauffeured. You want to be flying down the Mohammed bin Zayed road without getting any speeding tickets. And let's not forget, in the back is what really important is, how convenient and efficient it is in the back here. So you have your AC system here, which is a dual control zone. Different for control of the passenger, different from me. I can control it down here, and USB-C ports to plug in and charge your phones. Now, driving the RS7 really feels something else. It's complete understatement. When I explain and tell you how the Quattro all-wheel drive system works together, every corner that the car dips into and exits out of, it's so beautiful. And it's all about the exit strategy that Audi has put into their Audi sport vehicles. So whenever there's a corner comes in, let's say we come to a corner, we put your foot down, automatically the car dips and exits so beautifully. That exit strategy, yes, there is a bit of understeer, which usually is common in Quattro vehicles, but because of the sport differential here, that stops that. So it provides maximum power to the outer wheels, giving that acceleration out of down there. And as soon as you put this in the RS mode, drop it in the RS mode, RS2 right now, and you can switch between RS1 and RS2. In RS1, you can set how you want settings to be, the engine to act, the steering to be, the suspension to be, and RS2 as well. So you can switch between the two, so you know which one you want to be in. And now I'm in RS2 right now. Put my foot down, and it just keeps on pulling and takes off. And the RS7 keeps on going. We're going to cross 160, 170. You keep going, and it doesn't stop. And you're surprised because the RS7 is so strong with its engine that it keeps pulling on, and that's what it's made for, to do on the Autobahn as well. Just continuously have a comfortable ride while cruising at 250 kilometers an hour. It's completely magical. People do tell me that, yes, the engine is very mute, very quiet, but here's the thing. By having the engine being mute and quiet, you are kind of the underdog, if you get me. You're not a loud, racketing V8 that is making noise all over the place, but you're not that. You're actually something that is a V8. It does make some noise, but it's so subtle and so powerful that it's just gone. You'd rather be that person that is gone than rather making a lot of noise and not moving anywhere. I'm possibly talking about American muscle here. Put it back into comfort mode and everything is super quiet. The valves close up, the suspension soothes up a bit more, and the transmission is much more smoother. And the RX-7 does come with rear wheel steering, so whenever we want to make a turn, let's say right now I need to make this small turn here, and the road is pretty short, so I don't want to get on the dirty side of the road. Turn the wheel around, and look at that. You have actually the turning radius of a small hatchback, so which is pretty great because that's really important to have in such a long car like this, and that's I think it's pretty standard with Audi. But another thing is the soundproofing. You don't hear anything. It's super quiet in here. The cabin is really quiet, and I think it's because of the double glazing glass windows here. They've done a fantastic job with that. The RS7 is that monster when you want it to be, and that luxury sedan when you want it to be as well. It's a combination of two worlds, and that's the perfect match. It's not like one is really heavy in its personality and the other part is just like, it's okay. It's the perfect match, and the perfect match of two personalities in one place. It's the car that I would say you would take it to the mountains for therapy. You have Bang Olufsen speakers, put your music on, drive down the mountains. What else do you need? And that beautiful V8, which doesn't stop. It's so addictive. That's the problem. It is so addictive. The cameraman is getting sick right now with me. He's just like, please. He's just done with me right now at this point. Now, what's my verdict on the Audi RS7 Performance? Well, I'll be honest with you. It's practical, it's fast, and you can actually fit all four people in the back. So what else do you want than a practical supercar that you can use on a daily basis, as well as fly down on every single road? There is no one that will actually really stand next to you and tell you that nope, this is not a good car, because from its looks, from its design, from its feel, from the technology, and from the small things that the car has, it really sets itself apart from all the competitors. Well guys, and that's the end of this review. Make sure you comment in the box below, like and subscribe to follow us more, understand, and watch more of our reviews coming up next. I love the RS7. I'm going for another spin. So catch you guys later.